Good afternoon. Welcome to the Laredo Independent School District Board of Trustees meeting. It's Thursday, May 19, 2022. It's 5:30 in the Amber Yeary boardroom. Roll call, please.
Mr. Hector J. Garcia.
Present.
Mr. Hector J. Noyola.
Here.
Ms. Monica Garcia, and present. Dr. Minita Ramirez.
She's absent.
Mr. Guadalupe Gomez.
Present.
Mr. Ricardo Garza.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Veronica?
Good evening, honorable board members and Superintendent Dr. Rios. Tonight, the I.S.D. Board of Trustees takes pride in saluting Mr. Gerardo Alvarado, who served his country for 27 years in the U.S. Army, Army Reserves, and National Guard. Mr. Alvarado is the Veteran Peer Coordinator for the Border Region Behavioral Health Center. Now here's a video on Mr. Alvarado produced by ITV. Lights, please.
Tonight, the Laredo Independent School District has the pleasure of honoring Staff Sergeant Gerardo Yeary Alvarado. Mr. Alvarado served our country for 27 years in the U.S. Army, the Army Reserve, and the National Guard. He was born and raised here in Laredo, Texas, and he left for basic training 10 days after graduating from Nixon High School in 1977. Mr. Alvarado shares with us how the Army helped him.
Like they used to say back in the day, I actually grew up. When you're young, you walk around with a little, chip on your shoulder. You think you know everything, but when you go into the military, you realize that you don't know that much, and you learn a lot. You learn to respect people. That's what it's teaching you, respect.
While he was in the Army, Mr. Alvarado served as a helicopter crew chief. He explains to us what that means.
Well, the best way I can explain it is, you all seen the race car drivers when they're racing, they got their own little crew chief. They're assigned to one car. Well, we were assigned, as a crew chief, we were assigned to one aircraft. When I was in Korea, unfortunately, I was assigned to 2 aircrafts. So basically, you take care of the aircraft for the pilot. You do a lot of the maintenance yourselves, and unless it's real heavy-duty stuff, then you get the maintenance section to help you. But you basically are in charge of that helicopter, or like we call it, the bird. You're in charge of that bird.
Traveling to different countries is a part of military life. Mr. Alvarado tells us why he liked traveling to other countries.
The thing I like about the military is, and we talked about it, my wife and I, is that she didn't get to travel that much. I did, being in the military. Like I said, my first day was Korea. And I learned a lot from that because you learn to appreciate what you have in the United States.
Mr. Alvarado didn't initially get his college degree right after high school. He went back at a later age, and he shares with us those details as he gives a message to the students of LISD.
Stay in school. I went back to school at 45, and I graduated. I got my bachelor's in special ed. All that was at 50. So, like I tell them, it's never too late to go back to school. I was nervous, but because usually sometimes in some of my classes I was the oldest. But that's my message. Go back. If you think about dropping, don't go back to school. Finish.
Thank you, Gerardo Alvarado. LISD salutes you and thanks you for your service to our country.
Mr. Alvarado, from the bottom of our hearts, we thank you for defending our liberties. At this time, I ask everyone to please rise for the national anthem, which will be performed by the Nixon High School TMEA All-State Senior, Brandon Olmos, under the direction of Mr. Hector Navarro. Thank you, Brandon, for that beautiful national anthem. Now, please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Alvarado, will you please honor us by leading the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please be seated. Mr. Alvarado, I now ask that you please join us up front for a special presentation with the Laredo I.S.D. Board of Trustees. And while the board members are coming down, we would also like to give a very special welcome to your lovely wife, retired LISD educator, Ms. Margarita Alvarado. Manuelita Alvarado, I apologize. Ms. Manuelita Alvarado, who was in special education. The plaque that we are presenting, Mr. Alvarado, reads, "The LISD Board of Trustees recognizes Mr. Gerardo Yeary Alvarado for his patriotic ideals, selfless sacrifice, service to his country in the U.S. Army, and leadership as a staff sergeant with 27 years of service to his country." Presented May 2022.
Hello. Thank you for being here with us. It is our honor to honor you this month as our Veteran of the Month, or a veteran as we do here at LISD, and we've been doing already this for quite a bit of time. On behalf of the 20,000 students here at LISD and all the staff and all the teachers and parents, we'd like to thank you for your service to this country. Impressively, your story tells a long story about how you got here. But aside from being and joining the military, you also got your bachelor's degree at 40 years old. 45 or 40? At 50. So that in itself is an incredible accomplishment that everybody in this room should say, it's never too late, it's never too late, and it's never too late to go finish school. So thank you very much for being here, and congratulations again.
Thank all of you for this recognition. Of course, you know, I feel that other veterans deserve this much more than I do. But thank you. And like I said in the video, you know, it's never too late. The other part I want to mention, and you all gonna probably laugh, but I used to do the truancy boot camp back in the day. And I would always tell the kids that, you know, it's never too late. And look, sorry, I had a girl that was part of the boot camp, and she saw me one day and she said, "What are you doing now?" I said, "Well, I went back to school." But her first comment was, "I didn't like it anymore because you forced me to go to finish school." And she graduated, that's when she asked what I was doing. She said, I told you that I should go back to school. And so, essentially. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Alvarado. And Ms. Alvarado, welcome back to LISD. May I continue with special observances? Under special observances, we have Idalia Rodriguez, who passed away April the 18th. She worked for LISD as a teacher and taught at Farias, Tarver Elementary Schools, and Memorial Middle Schools. She retired in 2008 with 22 years of service to the district. Ollie Marie Lowry passed away April 23rd. Mrs. Lowry taught third grade at Ryan Elementary and retired in 1966 with 7 years of service to the district. Federico Ariasola died on May the 1st. Mr. Ariasola taught at Nixon and Cigarroa High Schools. He retired in 2022 with a total of 41 years of service to the district. Irene Souvigné died on May 6. She taught at Alma Pierce, Tarver, and Heights Elementary Schools. She retired in 1991 with 36 years of service to LISD. May we please have a moment of silence in memory of Ms. Rodriguez, Ms. Lowry, Mr. Ariasola, and Ms. Souvigné. Thank you. May I proceed with board recognitions? Tonight, we are very proud to recognize 8 Texas Health Ambassadors, some artistically talented students, award-winning musicians, baseball teams, and some of the state's top track and field athletes. Instructional Television has produced a video highlighting these outstanding students, beginning with the 8 LISD students who have been selected as Texas Department of Agriculture Health Ambassadors for a Ready Texas. These are called our Heart Ambassadors. We're also recognizing the Martin High School Mariachi and the Lamar Middle School Orchestra for their latest successes. The Martin High School and Nixon High School varsity baseball teams for making the playoffs, and the Lamar Middle School and a Lamar Middle School student for winning the Children's Advocacy Center's art contest. Lights, please.
I'm very excited to say that 8 of our TDA high school heart ambassadors were selected. This is very important for LISD. 8 of them that finished the goal and got everything going for this wonderful heart program that is a recognition through the state of Texas of Department of Agriculture.
Una piedra en el camino, enseñó que mi destino era rodar y rodar. Rodar y rodar, rodar y rodar.
I want to compliment the kids, you know, on how well they were able to stay focused and be resilient. We started off kind of slow, and eventually, you know, when we had to win the games we needed to win, they were able to come through, and that allowed us to get into the playoffs, you know, for the second time in 3 years.
After 17 years of missing out on the playoffs, it's exciting to bring back the pride and tradition and the excitement back to Nixon High School. It wasn't easy, but the guys were, they remained focused, they were determined, and they were able to come through this year.
I feel like I drew this because I want people to be able to relate and feel safe when they look at this picture, like they're actually being hugged, like the image in this picture that I drew. I think what inspired me to draw this was the fact that my parents have always hugged me, and every single time I hug them, I feel safe in their arms.
We competed at UIL Concert and Sight Read Evaluation this past April, and for the first time in 10 years, the Emmy Lamar Orchestra was able to come back with a sweepstakes, which is a huge honor for us, for not only our students, but for our campus and our district.
Thank you. And now we are so proud to congratulate Garcia Early College High School freshman Mia Cuevas for being named the winner of the Congressional Art Contest for the 28th Congressional District of Texas. U.S. Congressman Henry Cuellar stopped by Garcia Early College last week to announce Cuevas as the winner of the Congressional Art Contest. Mia's art was selected the winning entry and will be on display in the U.S. Capitol for a year. Here with Mia are her school counselor, Ms. Marla Alaniz, her teacher, Effie Maldonado, and school principal, Margarita Taboada, along with LISD Executive Director of CCMR Advanced Academics and School of Innovation, Rogelio Garcia, and our Director of Fine Arts, Mr. Guillermo Pro. Oh, and also joining us up front is Ms. Cuevas, Mia's mom, and little sister, Sofia. And Dr. Jerry Cruz, our Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction. You probably recognize Mia from other years when she's come by here to be honored for being our Spelling Bee contest. And her little sister is also Spelling Bee champion now too. Runs in the family. And that is Mia's artwork that you're seeing up on the screen. That is her winning entry that will be on display in the U.S. Capitol for a whole year. It's beautiful. And finally, we would like to recognize some of the state's best track and field athletes who competed at the regional and state finals. First up, we have Emily Laredo of Cigarroa High School. Emily competed in the 200-meter dash at the state meet. Emily was this year's Border Olympics 200-meter champion in the 100 and 200 meters, and 4x100 meter relay, district champion in the 100 and 200 meters, 4x100 meter relay, area champion in the 100 and 200 meters, regional finals third place 100 meters, regional finals second place 200 meters, state qualifier for meter dash, 200 meter dash, and the first LISD female athlete to qualify for state in the sprints, both 100 and 200 meters. Emily is also the LISD record holder in the 100 and 200 meters and the 4x100 meter relay. Here with Emily are her coach Carlos Cruz, school principal Jose Isnaola, and LISD athletic director Sylvia Parrera. And she's only a junior, which means we have her for one more year at LISD. Yay! And last but not least is Martin High School and Laredo's two-time 5A state champion in the shot put, Melanie Duran. With a throw of 48 feet and 6.25 inches, Melanie has not only set a new personal record, but a city record as well in the shot put. She was also state finalist in the discus throw with a throw of 123 feet. And to cap off her senior year, Melanie was the district, area, and region 4 shot put champion, and district, area, and region 4 runner-up in the discus throw as well. She also broke the Border Olympic shot put record with a throw of 47 feet 4 inches. Here with Melanie are her coaches, Mr. Coronado, and school principal and Coach Frank Lopez and Principal Mario Mireles. And I believe I also see her parents. And I want to say also that the Texas Association of School Boards will be featuring Melanie in an upcoming issue, probably this July, on their community strength issue, because Melanie is also a volunteer at the Boys and Girls Club of Laredo. So she will be recognized statewide. Congratulations to all of our recipients tonight, and keep up the good work. Board members, this concludes tonight's board recognitions. Thank you.
We didn't get the employee department of the one?
We didn't this time because we ran out of departments. So we did.
How can you run out of department?
Because we did. We've already honored almost every department. You can say something about police district. This was police week, remember?
Where are we? Public forum. Let them clear. You can tap with your phone. Okay, Monica, public forum.
Yes, Mr. Garcia, we have Mr. Valentin Ruiz, employee raises and public comment.
Before I start, I want to thank the JROTC for not filling up the place as they planned today to give the opportunity to the employees to speak. Teachers and teacher aides have been overworked and underpaid. Teachers do double and triple the hard workload. Teacher aides, custodians, and food service workers showed up for the work during the pandemic. Substitute teachers, custodians, and teacher aides, they do data entry work, RTI work, secretarial work. They're being called out from doing jobs that is not a part of their job description to help out the students as teacher aides. My parents didn't raise a coward, and please don't be offended, but I am not afraid of Satan, Beelzebub, Lucifer, El Diablo, Satanás, Abaddon, Behemoth, Bile, and Loki. Those are 9. And the 9 people in front of me, I am not afraid of retaliation from you for speaking up for the needs of the LISD employees or JROTC. The superintendent, if you guys pass this around, somebody, got 3 raises. She's making over $300,000. The students are 19,757. She's making more than UISD, 300,000. That's 30 with, and they have more students, which is 39,316. Pass these to the people here, because the board will probably just blow it off.
It was supposed to be done before.
She's getting $300,000 more than the President of the United States. What does she have to do this? Well, let me tell you what she's done to the LISD cadets. She lied to students and parents, okay? She lied to Cadet Command to get my brother in trouble outside, who is fighting for the needs of the JROTC cadets. And they're working to take away his certification. by falsely accusing him with cadet command. They're forcing people from LISD, teachers, and other employees que tienen más de 35 años. ¿Por qué? So she can get this high-paying rate. We need the raises. You need the raises for your retirement. El retirement day va a estar bien bonito. Pero el de ustedes, ¿qué? ¿Dónde está el amor para ustedes? They made a new job opening for the brother of one of the board members in front of me. Her family gets a $500,000 contract for the new fence, que no tenía nada.
Thank
Of
you,
Martin
sir.
and Nixon, $500,000.
Thank you, sir. Sir, thank you.
$500,000 could have been used for our raises.
Sir, thank you, sir. Your time is up.
expired.
That is not love, people. You need to fight. Thank you.
Next.
Next, we have Mr. Anthony Torres, ROTC and public comment.
Good evening. My name is Cadet Anthony Torres. Please, board members, hear me out. I've been in ROTC for a while now. Ever since I started school back up, ever since COVID hit, and we even started school back up. And I've been making memories with ROTC and with the second family it gave me and my very best friend. And I just want to say that as a high schooler, I should be making memories, not be coming here and fighting over and over again at these board meetings. But when me and other cadets been coming here, we've been coming here to these board meetings and fighting for the stuff we want, and yet you ignore us and give us a bunch of lies by lying to our parents and cadets and ignoring us with emails sent by me and other cadets. And not only that, but hurt us by taking away Mr. Reese, a parent volunteer, which is someone who is constantly motivating us in Raiders practice, and also a superintendent that lied to us about that her committee could not find insurance for a liability for the zipline Rappel Tower. And now you hurt us even more by taking away our instructor, a father figure to me and other cadets, Sergeant Jorge Martinez. Why? He has never done anything bad to me or any other cadets. And matter of fact, he has been there way more than Major Jose Orozco. And he's just someone that everyone looks up to like a father figure and someone to trust on earth. Like, why do you treat us like this? Just why? Thank you for your time.
Thank you. We have now Mr. Rene de la Viña, TSTA salary and increase.
Good evening, members of the board, honorable board members, Superintendent Gonzalez. For the record, Rene de la Viña, TSTA full-time release president. I just wanted to mention that, as you can see, everybody that's standing up here, we're here to ask for a pay raise. We're asking for 9% for all paraprofessionals and 7% for all teachers and all other professionals. As you know, all the employees have been through a lot with this COVID that we went through. It was tough. It was really tough. And also, don't forget the substitute teachers also, because they've been underpaid also, so they need a pay raise also. But the increases in gas, $4.20 a gallon now, and it's going higher. The groceries have went up. Everything's gone up. Everything's going up. And we're very appreciative that you gave them a bonus stipend, whatever you want to call it. We thank you for that, and they're very happy about that. But they want a pay raise this time because it's going to help their retirement in the long run. So we're asking for a pay raise again, 9% for all paraprofessionals and 7% for teachers and all other professionals. As you know, and you've been reading it, in the media, there's a shortage nationally for teachers, bus drivers. There's a shortage of school employees all over the United States, and it's getting really bad, and it's going to get worse. So we need to keep, all our good teachers and all our good school employees, our food service, our clerical staff, everyone, all the paraprofessionals, and they're doing a great job. And also, a lot of people go, well, TSTA is only about, protecting their members, and they're only about the employees. That's not true. For the last 20-something years, TST has been giving out thousands of dollars in scholarships to our students at both United I.S.D. at all the high schools and in Laredo I.S.D. all the high schools. So we're not about just employers, we're about also advocating on behalf of our students. And again, I ask you to please, give them 9% to our paraprofessionals and 7% to our teachers and all other professionals. Thank you very much. And please help out the ROTC. I know, help them out. I think if you would just sit down with them and just put everything in writing, what they want, what you can do, maybe you can come to a compromise and then, let's move on forward. But let's help them out. And I know you're trying, because I spoke to Dr. Rios. She told me that she was trying her best to accommodate the ROTC students, and I think you should. And all students, special ed kids, también, everybody. So I le encargo, just try to work it out, please, okay? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Now we have Alejandra Rodriguez, TSTA rep.
Good afternoon, board members, president, and superintendent. I'm Alejandra G. Rodriguez. I have been an employee of LISD and North Dallas High School for the past 51 years. So I have been here for several times in your presence back in the 90s when I was president of the TSTA. And I also came for the same reason, asking for pay raise, both for our paraprofessionals and for our employees. I'm reiterating what Renee just finished saying. You go to the groceries, you want to have a barbecue, and you end up getting short ribs for $90. You go to the gas stations, and you're filling up your tank of gas in your car for almost $5. You're asking our employees to come early almost every year. We're beginning already in August. There goes our vacation. And we're ending again at the end of May. Then we're having to do so many staff developments, and you're asking some of our first year teachers to go to an academy and to work more hours, learn more things. Yes, that is fine. That is part of our contract, but we're not seeing the pay. You're demanding more of us, but we're still not receiving the pay that I think that we deserve. So that's my presence here. Thank you.
Thank you. Now we have Roxana Perez, parent for ROTC, on a complaint.
Good afternoon. My name is Roxana Perez, and my son is Anthony Torres, ROTC cadet. I didn't come last meeting where you didn't let my son use the recorder, and I understand. And I know there are new rules, and I would like a copy of those rules and when they become effective. And also, I want to say that if I don't let my son come here or defend what he thinks is right, what am I teaching? That he settled down? Okay. Si yo no lo apoyo, entonces, ¿qué le estoy enseñando? ¿Que está solo? ¿Que no cuenta conmigo? Por eso estoy aquí, para apoyarlo a él. Lo que yo quiero es que alguien, no sé quién sea de ustedes o quién es la persona indicada, que pueda sentarse con él, no nada más con mi hijo, pero con los demás cadetes, y les explique lo que sí está bien y lo que no está bien, lo que sí es verdad y lo que es mentira. Tal vez nadie les ha explicado las reglas o no entienden bien lo que están pidiendo, tal vez, o alguien mencionó facts. Tal vez alguien le muestre y les diga, mira, esto es así, pero no puedes hacer esto y esto sí. Entonces, tal vez por eso ellos no entienden. O también alguien mencionó que alguien los está usando mentalmente para tener un beneficio. Pues entonces muéstrenle a alguien los facts para que ya no los sigan usando, si es que los están usando, ¿verdad? Así ellos saben los dos lados, conocen un lado y conocen otro, y yo también quiero saber. So, yo, Roxana Pérez, I request a meeting or appointment, I don't know, to somebody with you and anybody, so they can so you can tell me what is right or what are the rules, so my son and the other cadets can be happy and start making good memories, not coming here and worry about something that they should not. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Claudia Ríos, aumento de salario.
Buenas tardes.
Buenas
tardes a todos ustedes. Mi nombre es Claudia Ríos, tengo 20 años en el distrito en el programa de nutrición. Como ya dijo Mr. de la Viña, venimos por lo de aumento de salario y esperemos que ojalá y se apruebe y que el próximo ciclo escolar no sigan aumentando, porque como saben que todas las cosas entre más van más para arriba. También otra cosa, yo vengo como manager, no tenemos sustitutas para que vayan a trabajar. La mayoría de las personas que van a trabajar se cansan mucho porque no tenemos personal. Necesitamos muy urgente personal extra para el trabajo, para el programa de nutrición. Esto. Gracias, muchachos.
Gracias. Gabriela Morín, ¿dije el apellido correcto? Mari, disculpe. Y es en aumento de salario.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Gabriela Marín. También vengo por el aumento. Yo pienso que en nuestro programa nosotros, ¿verdad?, tenemos que venirnos a representar porque vemos que nadie habla por nosotros. Entonces, yo pienso que hemos estado en la pandemia, en frío, calor, y pues nos gustaría que nos tomaran más en cuenta, ¿verdad? Y vengo también por lo mismo, para que nos aumenten, porque pues, como dicen, todo está muy caro. Y pues, ya casi todo lo dijeron, ¿verdad? Las cosas que necesitamos, espero que nos tomen más en cuenta. Gracias.
Gracias. Now we have Iracema Tijerina, pero no tiene un topic.
Sí, buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
Tijerina. Bueno, son estándares de conducta de los empleados del distrito. Es reconocer y respetar los derechos de los estudiantes y padres y informar a cualquier sospecha de abuso o de negligencia infantil a las fuerzas del orden, agencia, servicio de protección infantil, organización apropiadas como el CPS, policía, dentro de las 48 horas, que no se hizo en el caso de mi hijo ni en el mío. No hicieron nada, ¿verdad? Que si esto hubiera pasado al norte de Laredo, en otra escuela, en otro distrito, pero fue en la escuela de los pobres, así le decimos nosotros los padres, Martin High School, ¿verdad? Ahí no se hace nada, ¿verdad? Ahí tuvieron a esta persona demasiado tiempo protegiéndolo, ¿verdad? El que agredió a mi hijo, el que ofendió, humilló a mi hijo, ¿verdad? Y de remate a mí también, ¿verdad? Ahora sí, ya no trabaja, ahora sí, ¿verdad? Pero todo ese tiempo nunca dieron aviso a ninguna corporación, a ninguna agencia, ¿verdad? ¿Y qué dicen ustedes? Lo tuvieron protegiendo a ese señor, a ese instructor, ¿verdad? Y que dicen que nuestros hijos son unos llorones, que nosotros los padres nos dejamos manipular por Mr. Ruiz, por Sargent Martínez, por X, menos por los que ustedes protegen. Con mucho respeto, discúlpenme, estoy muy sentida porque no hicieron nada, ¿verdad? Me cerraron los casos, me cerraron el caso de mi hijo y el mío, ¿verdad? Entonces, cuando ustedes ocupan esa silla, ¿verdad?, hacen un juramento, ¿verdad? El juramento es apoyar y defender la Constitución de los Estados Unidos, ejecutar fielmente sus deberes. La intención es proteger al público de un gobierno que podría ser víctima de caprichos políticos, ¿verdad? ¿Y qué hicieron? Eso fue lo que hicieron, porque no los están apoyando, ¿verdad? Entonces, toda esa gente que votó por ustedes para que estuvieran allí sentaditos, ¿verdad? ¿Dónde están? Todo lo que votaron por ustedes, nuestros derechos, nuestras taxas, se hacen muchas injusticias con gente que sí apoya a nuestros hijos. Se hacen muchas injusticias. ¿Qué está pasando con Charles Martínez? ¿Qué está pasando con el sargento Martínez? Ahora, ¿cuál es el problema con él? Y gente que sí está dañando la escuela con la imagen, con acciones a nuestros hijos. A esa gente sí lo tenemos bien protegido.
Gracias,
¿verdad?
ma'am.
Gracias, disculpen.
Now we have Laura Sánchez en aumento de salario.
Buenas tardes. Vengo a hablar tocante el aumento de salario para ver si nos podían dar un raise. Estamos pidiendo el 9. Ya van 2 años que no se nos aumenta. 3, perdón. El bono que nos dieron, o sea, sí, se agradece. Pero para nosotros es mejor que nos aumenten a que nos den el bonus, porque el bonus de nada sirvió de que nos dieran, porque el bonus era de gobierno, no era del distrito. Entonces, aparte de que nos dieron el bono, nos quitaron taxa, nos quitaron, entonces no era bonos, no eran un bonus, porque si fuera un bonus por la pandemia, no nos hubieran quitado taxas. Entonces, es mejor para nosotros el raise que darnos el bonus, porque el bonus nos quitaron el salario que nosotros, el cheque que nosotros cada mes recibimos, o sea, por el bonus. ¿Y qué nos dejaron? Nada, o sea, no, ahí no vimos nosotros el bonus, para nada vimos el bonus. Y a como está la situación ahorita, está aumentando todo. A nosotros no nos han aumentado, nosotros nos aumentan más el trabajo que el dinero, lo que nosotros merecemos. Nosotros tenemos que sacar el trabajo adelante, haya gente o no haya gente, manden gente o no manden gente. ¿Por qué? Porque pues, ¿qué hacemos uno? Nos toca trabajar. No, o sea, deben de fijarse o estar atentos a qué es lo que Child Nutrition necesita, porque el departamento de nosotros, desgraciadamente, ustedes nos tienen a nosotros abajo, o sea, no nos toman en cuenta para nada, y somos los que siempre trabajamos, pandemia, no pandemia. Cuando estuvo el COVID, a lo mejor ustedes no se dieron cuenta, estuvimos la mayoría afuera, hubo mucho frío, calor, en solazo, y así como nosotros servíamos a la gente, había gente muy grosera que se portaba mal con nosotros. Ustedes, o sea, batallamos bastante con la gente. ¿Qué hacíamos? Pues nomás agachar la cabeza y pues decir, pues gracias como quiera, porque pues no nos íbamos a poner. O sea, todos esos son detalles que a lo mejor ustedes no se dan cuenta, no saben o no se los comunican, pero pues deben de tomar en cuenta que no porque nosotros trabajamos en una escuela quiere decir que estamos en la gloria, no.
Gracias,
no.
ma'am.
That it?
That's it for public forum.
Okay. Real quick, I do want to thank everybody for being here. I'm not going to rebuttal to anything, but tell you this: we will work at the board on raises. We do every year. I think we make it a point to make sure that everybody gets a raise. I know last year we did $5,000. It wasn't a bonus. It was at one time it went to TRS. It did. We knew that, and it helped your retirement. We're looking at the same thing this year. We're looking to do some stuff. We don't know what we're going to do yet because we haven't seen our numbers yet. But we will be working on something for all teacher aides and for all our teachers, everybody across the board, like we did last year. So that we are going to be working on it. To what extent, I'm not sure yet. None of us are sure yet because we haven't seen numbers. One other thing is just to clarify, our superintendent extended a contract. No pay raise, and she doesn't make over $300,000. Like that, I can tell you. That's not information that's right, but she does run a big district. But this thing is that she's making more than $300,000, not even close. That's all I'm going to say.
And to add to that, Mr. Garcia, I also want to say that we do read your emails, but unfortunately, because we're all adding into that email, if somebody of us answers, we're opening a walking quorum. That's why none of us answers those emails, because we're not supposed to, because it's unlawful. So I just wanted to say that and clarify that, because we do hear every single time that we don't answer, we don't answer, we don't answer. It's not that we don't want to, it's that we can't, because everyone is added into that email and it's a walking quorum.
And for those of you who wanted information, go to the principal. The principal, I know that the principal at a certain school has met more than 15 times or 20 times. He's the communication through him and the superintendent, and then it gets to us. So I'll leave it at that. Next,
I would like to make a comment.
please.
Number one, for all of the students, the reason that we did take the committee, which included finance, it included every single individual group that works with you through your principal. That was told to you. There is a process for every single thing that is being requested by any organization, whether it's band, ROTC, any organization. And to the parents, that process is equal for every single person, for every single organization. What happens in this process, that goes to the principal's committee. There is a certain amount of money, and that is what is given. Every single ROTC program gets $16,000, $15,000 plus additional monies. The way that you use it, I don't say that, the board does not say that. Your principal, your leaders decide that. As far as CPS, I want to tell you that those reports were made and they are recorded legally. If CPS decided not to do something, that was their choice. As far as the $5,000, los $5,000 que les dieron a cada empleado en el distrito, eso fue contado by TRS. Si ahorita, si ustedes ven a su sueldo, esos 5,000 ya están recordados, y si yo no sé si estoy usando la palabra bien, you can tell me, Miss Mónica, esos 5,000 ya están recordados por el estado de Texas por su sueldo. Registrado por
It will count towards your retirement at the end.
Yes, it came from different monies, but it counts for you. I don't think, and I believe Ms. Garcia, as well as all of the board, you talked about that at the last budget. $5,000 was given to everybody, teacher, paraprofessional, CNP, and from me, CNP, I know the work that you do. I saw you here in the corner giving out meals at every single day. Whether it was kids or no kids, you were there. And I do appreciate it, as well as I know that they do. Now, that everyone is asking for a raise, yes, I understand that, and the board understands that. The only thing that I can tell you that since I've been here, when I was a principal, now when I was chief academic officer, and now as superintendent, every single year, the board has approved a raise. Now, in my time, I can't say before that. All I can tell you is we do understand what you're asking for. Those $5,000 were registered to you through the Texas retirement system. As we move forward, I know that the board is going to be looking into this.
Y hay que,
and we will
lo
go-
que quiero sí agregar de eso es de que lo que sí tienen que saber es de que esos dineros, sí, aunque hayan sido dineros federales, todavía tienen que ser pasados por esta mesa directiva para nosotros aprobar que sí se les dé ese dinero. No nomás está de recibirlo y darse. O sea, no es como funciona. Nosotros tuvimos que aprobar que se dieran esos $5,000 a todos across the board.
Can I have I would like to make a comment as well.
Go ahead.
Just want to thank all of the staff that took the time to join us and parents as well. I am fully aware as well as all the work that you all have done throughout the pandemic, raining and all types of weather conditions. You were out there. I even got complaints from constituents letting me know about the conditions of the weather, and the custodians that have also done a lot of work throughout the pandemic. I support 100% all of you getting a raise, but this is a board that we have and a district that we have to maintain moving forward at all times. So any decision that we make as far as financial, we have to be smart at what we do so that we can get this district moving on forward, not just for now, but for many, many more years that we want for this district to continue moving forward. And I also want to mention that without disrespecting anyone, Martin High School no es una escuela de pobres. I graduated from Martin High School, and I am proud to say that. Somos humildes, y con mucho orgullo lo digo que yo gradué de Martin High School. Es todo mi comentario.
Thank you. Committee meeting report. Does anybody want to report? We don't have to, it's in writing. Board communication, we'll wait to the end. Dr. Rios, number 1.
Item number 1, whoops. Yes, item number 1, discussion and presentation on Laredo I.S.D's instructional continuity plan, including the STAR assessment update, ESSER instructional support. With all respect, ladies and gentlemen, you will be receiving a report.
Yeah, let him go on.
Who gave him that erroneous salary information? about the-
I know what.
What did he do?
You know what it is? Okay, so item number 1. Okay. So item number 1, ladies and gentlemen, it says STAR assessments update and ESSER instructional support. I just want to let you know that in your folder, you have a preliminary report. It is very preliminary because for the STAR end-of-year course results for the high schools. This is not the final report. Why? Because that is only the online results. That is not necessarily all of the results that are coming in from paper. And once those are compiled, I will tell you that you will receive a final report for that. As far as ESSER instructional support, you will see that the district continues to move on and evaluate our ESSER funding on the timely basis that is required by the state of Texas. You're going to see that there are some changes as far as moving certain positions around that are still funded by ESSER to be able to meet the needs of our students and staff as we move forward in the instructional year. And one of those is going to be it's considered a facilitator for dyslexia teachers as well as MTSS, which is the intervention system, as well as 504. That individual is going to be helping all 34 schools as we move forward. That does not require an approval of a position because it's already part of it. Okay, so would like to move on if you allow me. Item number 2, approval of minutes.
Yeah, a motion to approve the minutes.
So moved.
Second.
14th and April 21st. There's a motion, and a second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion to approve number 3, the ratification of our
So moved.
finances. There's a motion.
Second.
Second, Mr. Garza. All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Dr. Rios, motion to accept 4A, 4B.
So moved.
There's a motion. Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion to accept 5A, 5B, 5C, 5D, 5E, 5F, 5G, 5H, 5I, 5J, 5K.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion to accept 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion to accept 13A, 13B.
Wait, but
Okay,
this is the
Dr.
regular
Okay,
agenda.
sorry.
On item number 13, it says BA Budget Amendment number 2122-46, discussion and possible action to approve the Capital Projects Fund 616 budget amendment in the amount of $1,300,000 to allocate funding for the construction costs for the relocation of the tax office. We discussed this. Remember that that's going to be part of the clinic also.
So moved to approve 13A.
There's a motion.
Second on that.
Second, no questions, comments, all in favor?
Aye.
Against?
Item
Next.
number 13B, budget amendment number 2122-48, discussion and possible action to approve the general operating fund 199 budget amendment in the amount of $18,688 as a result of transfers between functional expenditure categories from the Board of Trustees discretionary funds. In front of you, you have a page.
We are going to amend it for $2,000 from Dr. Benita Ramirez for Cigarroa High School Athletics. So that'll bring it to $20,688.
Motion to, is that the only one?
Yes, sir.
There's only one change?
So moved.
So move, it's been written over there. There's a motion second with adjustments. All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Next.
Item number 13C, budget amendment number 2122-49, discussion and possible action to approve the general operating fund 199 budget amendment in the amount of $15,788 as a result of transfers between functional expenditure categories.
So moved.
Second.
There's a motion second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Next.
Item number 14.
14A.
14A, I'm sorry. Request for qualifications, RFQ number 2019-007, professional architectural services for Martin High School remodel. And if you can see the recommendation right there, the evaluation committee recommends Madeline and Slay Architecture LLC, DBA, Slay Architecture, which represents the best value to the district. Vendor is recommended from the pool of vendors who were previously awarded for RFQ number 2019-007, professional architectural services on February 13th.
So
What are we
moved.
What are we
designing?
doing here?
This is for the special ed classrooms
The one that switching?
that
Okay.
will be,
transfer.
yes,
So moved.
relocate.
There's a motion second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Against?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, please.
Item number 15, discussion and possible action to approve the updated and revised EIC, local policy on academic achievement and class ranking. This was brought up at curriculum and instruction, and it involves the different weights for the cohort that's going to start.
So moved.
Second.
There's a motion, there's a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? 16?
Okay? Item number 16, discussion and possible action to reclassify the Community Relations Specialist, PA 02-226 days, position to Web Programmer Analyst, PT 04-226 days, position for a total of $25,300. We have this FTE, and this one will be for that web programmer.
Motion to approve?
So moved.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? 17?
Item number 17. Monday? Okay. The next ones are going to be for closed session after this one, okay? Number 17, discussion and possible action regarding a potential agreement with Lewis Petro Properties Incorporated for a subsurface easement, pipeline easement, and right-of-way on the Webb County school lands, including consultation with the district's legal counsel and other matters incident thereto. Possible closed session pursuant to Texas Government Code, Sections 551.071 and 551.072. Number 18, discussion and possible action to approve the recommendation to hire the following professional positions. Possible closed session pursuant to Texas Government Code Section 551.074, secondary school assistant principals. There's going to be 2 of them that are being recommended tonight. Lieutenant for Police Department, 2 of those. A payroll accountant. Number 19, discussion and possible action regarding the Level 3 hearing of the grievance of Patricia Valdez, including discussion with legal counsel regarding related legal issues. Possible closed session pursuant to Texas Government Code Sections 551.0711 and number 2, 551.074 and 551.08282. And then
Wait,
item
on
number-
this one, do we need to do it now, read both of them, then go back?
No, let's read them right now.
Read the second one?
The last
Then
one, discussion and possible action regarding the Level 3 hearing of the grievance of Jorge Martinez, including discussion with legal counsel regarding related legal issues. Possible closed session pursuant to Texas Government Code Sections 551.071, 1 and 2, 551.074, and 551.08282.
And let me just mention that both of these grievances will be held in closed session. The respondents in both have requested that they be held in closed session.
So move to go into executive session for items 17, 18, 19, and 20.
Second that.
And 21.
And 20,
21 is communications.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just 20, just 20.
up to 20 only.
Oh,
Okay, I second that.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Again? It is 6:32. We're out of executive session. It's 7:52. No action was taken. Dr. Rios?
Item number 17, discussion and possible action regarding a potential agreement with Lewis Petro Properties Incorporated for a subsurface easement, pipeline easement, and right-of-way on the Webb County school lands, including consultation with the district's legal counsel and other matters incident thereto.
I move to approve the surface and subsurface easement and pipeline easement and right-of-way proposed by Lewis Petro Properties on the Webb County school lands upon the terms presented in closed session, and authorize our superintendent to execute all documents for the easement and right-of-way agreement.
I second that.
There's a motion, there's a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Next.
Item number 18, discussion and possible action to approve the recommendation to hire the following professional positions. Ladies and gentlemen, for secondary school assistant principal at Cigarroa High School, I would like to recommend Ms. Bianca Martinez.
So move to approve.
There's a motion, there's a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Next.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to, for assistant principal at Nixon High School, I would like to recommend Ms. Elisa May Moreno.
So move to approve.
There's a motion, there's a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Next.
For lieutenant of the Laredo I.S.D. Police Department, I would like to recommend Mr. Ernesto Camarillo.
So move.
There's a
Second.
motion, there's a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Congratulations, wherever you are. Next.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the position of lieutenant for Laredo I.S.D. Police Department, I would like to recommend Mr. Alberto Juarez.
So move.
There's a
Second.
motion, second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Congratulations, wherever you are. Next.
For the position of payroll accountant, I would like to recommend Ms. Elizabeth Barrera.
So move.
There's a motion, second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Congratulations.
Okay. Item number 19, discussion and possible action regarding the level 3 hearing of the grievance of Patricia Valdez, including discussion with legal counsel regarding related legal issues.
Their motion? If not, next.
Item number 20, discussion and possible action regarding the level 3 hearing of the grievance of Jorge Martinez,
Their motion?
including discussion with legal counsel regarding related legal issues.
Their motion? If not, Veronica? Communication.
Thank you, Mr. President. Tomorrow, Friday, May the 20th, Cigarroa High School is inducting their Toro Legends at 9 a.m. in the library. And the Trevino Magnet School has its medallion ceremony this Saturday, May the 21st at 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. And Valdez High School has its Victory Night this coming Monday, 24th at 8 p.m. I want to make note of the new location. It will be at the Lamar Middle School gym. That's Valdez Victory Night. Also, Flor Ayala would like for me to let you know that we are pre-marketing bonds on Monday and pricing and selling bonds on Tuesday. That's this coming Monday and Tuesday. The LISD Board of Trustees Memorial Day ceremony will be held this Tuesday, May the 24th at 9 a.m. at the Memorial Middle School gym. That includes refreshments. The AAA award ceremony is scheduled for Tuesday, May 24th at the Lamar Gym at 5:30 p.m. for our middle school students and 7 p.m. for our high school students. And graduations are next week on Thursday, May 25th at the Sames Auto Arena, 10 a.m. for Martin, 2 p.m. for Nixon, and 6 p.m. for Cigarroa High School, with the giveaway of the new car just before the Martin graduation ceremony by Sames Motor Company. And Garcia Early College has its graduation ceremony on Friday morning, May the 27th at 11 a.m. at the LISD Performing Arts Center Complex Auditorium.
Just a reminder that all graduation doors are open at least 1 hour prior to graduation. And we do invite all of our trustees and guests to go to the reception area at Sames Arena for those particular ceremonies.
That's correct, and that's meeting rooms 5 and 6. You'll be served breakfast, lunch, and supper. And all our board members are also invited to join in on the procession, which is 15 minutes before the ceremonies begin. We have a Safety and Security Committee meeting at 5:15 p.m. on Tuesday, May the 31st, followed by a budget workshop. And I do have the committee meetings if you want me to, no? All right, and that's all I have. Thank you.
I do want to make note, in June, trustees, those of you who are attending the conference over there in San Antonio, we need to finalize that. We are going to have to make a couple of changes regarding the regular board meetings, so that way whoever's going, or, we
overlapped
adapt
the
to
last
that.
time. We overlapped it the last
So
time.
I will send it to you, Mr.
Hey, is that the safety, is that a special call meeting on May
It is,
31st?
and it is a required meeting on that
The one
safety
we-
committee.
okay.
It's to
All right.
meet the mandates.
Yeah, that's the one you put together.
Correct. All righty.
Anything else? Motion to adjourn? Second?
Let me just,
Mr. Garza?
one little thing, I'm sorry, one little thing. I just, and I'll hate myself if I don't do it right now. As we've gone along for the last 5 months, I've been trying to schedule this fine young man from Nixon High School, Margarito Benavides. He's broken every city record in his class, and we have not yet brought him over here to honor him for everything that he's done. I'd just like to take the opportunity before he graduates next week, to congratulate him and for everybody to know what a great young man this guy is. He just got a scholarship to go run at Incarnate Word, and I just wanted to make that clear that we mentioned it on today's meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. There's a motion, there's a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Adjourn.